All right, let's dive back into the world of Unruly Brewing game nights. Things are heating up, that's for sure. It's more intense than a fresh batch of their Foundry Slag Stout, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really interesting is that the usual pecking order, it's kind of getting shaken up. You remember how Eric, he's always been the inner game night ninja, like unbeatable, right?
Right.
Well, there's this newcomer, Jeff, and he is really giving Eric a run for his money.
Yeah, Jeff's won 2 weeks in a row. T2BO. That's got to sting for Eric, right?
For sure.
And, to make it even spicier, this week's game was Cosmic Encounters. That game is, well, it's a recipe for chaos.
Oh, absolutely.
And let's be honest, sometimes some pretty heated arguments, right?
Oh, yeah. Cosmic Encounters, it's all about, like, the surprise alliances and, like, last-minute power plays. You can completely flip the game upside down in just a second. It's not even just strategy. It's, like, how do you adapt? You have to know how to, like, capitalize on the chaos.
Exactly. So Jeff winning 2 weeks in a row. This isn't just luck. Clearly, he's mastering this game in a way we haven't seen before. So I'm curious to see, can Eric, like, step up his game, or are we seeing, like, the beginning of a new champion here?
Yeah. I think Eric, you can tell he's feeling the pressure, but we can't forget about the other players, too. They're adding to this whole, crazy game night. Dan, our perpetual underdog, he actually blocked a multiplayer victory this week and kind of helped Jeff get his second win.
Oh, that's so Dan. He's always in the middle of it all, even if he doesn't actually win.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, though, is he cool with just being the spoiler?
Yeah.
Or is he, like, secretly planning out how he's going to win this whole thing?
I think, well, he's a wild card, that's for sure. He seems to really enjoy the chaos, so who knows? Maybe that is his strategy. Let everyone else get tired out fighting, and he swoops in and takes the win.
Yeah. Speaking of chaos, we can't forget about the ongoing saga of the dice at Unruly. The great dice debate, it rages on. Are the floors slanted? Are the dice loaded? Is there, like, some kind of cosmic force at play here?
I mean, this week they actually had to adjust the table. Because of the slant. So it's looking more and more like the slanted floor theory is the real deal. Yeah. But honestly, every time I think we're close to solving this, something else happens.
It's like the mystery of what Dave's hoarding, right? Every week we get a little closer. But the answer, it remains elusive.
Right. Maybe that's the point, though. Maybe the mystery is part of the fun, but,
Back to the game. Jeff winning 2 weeks in a row against this group. I mean, that's something else. Do you think he, like, studied everyone's playing style? Maybe he's figuring out their weaknesses? I mean, it's possible. He is the newcomer, right?
Yeah.
So he's had the chance to watch how everyone plays.
Yeah.
Without them really knowing how he plays, right?
Right.
Maybe he is playing the long game. He's, like, building up his reputation, like Jeff the Unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, how intimidating would that be for the other players?
Yeah, that's true. If that's what he's doing, it's brilliant. It's like a whole psychological level to game night.
For sure.
Everyone's got to be, like, looking over their shoulder now, wondering, has Jeff got me figured out?
Right. And just when you think things couldn't get any more interesting, Unruly throws us a curveball. They're adding music bingo on Tuesdays. Tuesdays. The same night as game night.
What?
I know. Talk about a clash of the titans.
Oh, yeah. Music bingo is free. They got prizes. They got DJs spinning tunes. I mean, that's a pretty attractive alternative. I wonder, is this going to pull people away from the game table? Could it, like, cause a rift in the group? Or is this going to be, like, a beautiful harmony between the two?
I don't know, man. Only time will tell. But really the question is, can Eric handle another challenge to his reign? First Jeff, now music bingo. It's like the universe is against our inner game night ninja.
Or maybe this is forcing him to evolve, right? Adapt or be dethroned. That's how this works, isn't it?
Right.
I'm actually curious. How's Music Bingo going to change the whole vibe of Tuesday nights at Unruly?
Yeah, is it going to bring in a whole new crowd? Is the energy going to be different? Could it create, like, some new rivalries?
Ooh, a rivalry between the game night crew and the Music Bingo champions. Now that would be something to see.
That's a good point.
And we can't forget about, Doggone Tuesdays. Still a hit. Even Eric was spotted enjoying a Reuben dog.
What's fascinating to me is how Unruly manages to blend all these things together. Games, music, food, even like a little friendly competition, right? They've created this really unique and engaging community.
It's like they've tapped into this, like, primal need we all have to connect with people, to play, have a little, friendly rivalry. But okay, back to this week's game. Jeff's victory really brings up some key questions here.
Jeff winning Cosmic Encounters. That game is known for, like, constantly shifting alliances, all those unexpected twists. It really makes you wonder if he's like, crack the code. of how unruly game nights work, you know? It's not even just that he won. It's how he won. You know that game. It can be a wild ride.
Yeah.
But Jeff, he just stays so calm, like almost preternaturally calm. Do you think he's got some secret strategy? Or is he just like that good at reading the other players?
I think it's a little bit of both. He's obviously a good player, but I think being the new guy helps too. He's had a chance to watch how everyone ELSP plays, their little quirks and tells, see their strategies,
Yeah.
but they haven't had the same chance to figure him out.
That's a great point. It's like he's been playing this like undercover game,
You're
right?
right.
Gathering intel while everyone else was just focused on winning. And now he's like unleashed his secret weapon, knowledge.
And you can totally see it in the way he plays. He's not afraid to like make these big, bold moves, to make these temporary alliances, which Cosmic Encounters is all about. But he always seems to know exactly when to like cut those ties and then just strike out on his own. It's such a delicate balance, and he's walking that tightrope like a pro.
And in the meantime, we've got Eric, our inner game night ninja, facing his first real challenge, 2 losses in a row, and to the new guy, no less. How do you think this is affecting him?
I would not want to be in his shoes right now, I'll tell you that. Eric's been on top for so long. I don't think he's used to this kind of pressure, but maybe it's good for him. Maybe this is what he needs to like reevaluate his strategies, push himself even further.
Then maybe this is a wake-up call to unlock like inner game night ninja level 2.
Yeah.
Or maybe, just maybe, we're seeing a changing of the guard here. Only time will tell. But we can't forget about the other players here. It's like unruly game night chess. What about Dan? He might not be winning, but he's definitely making his presence known.
Dan, he's the wild card, the unpredictable element, the one that keeps everyone on their toes. He's like a rogue wave. You never know when he's going to come crashing in and disrupt everything. Remember this week? He blocked that multiplayer victory, which handed the win to Jeff.
Is this the long game for Dan? Is he like secretly a mastermind in disguise? Ooh, I like that. Dan, the unassuming strategist, playing everyone like a fiddle.
Right.
Or maybe he just really enjoys shaking things up.
Yep.
Being the wrench in the gears, you know?
Yeah.
Either way, he's definitely a vital part of the unruly game night ecosystem.
He brings that unpredictability, keeps things fresh, keeps everyone guessing. And then you've got April, our reigning Machi Koro 2 champion. She's been quiet lately, but you just know she's watching everything, analyzing, waiting for that perfect moment to strike.
She's like the silent assassin of unruly game nights. You never see her coming. But when she makes her move, that's it. It's decisive, it's deadly. I would not count her out yet. And then there's a Pandemic Matt, our specialist, who only shows up for, well, Pandemic. What's his deal?
Maybe he's like a purist, totally dedicated to mastering that one game. Or maybe he sees Pandemic as the ultimate test, you know, of strategy, A&D, teamwork, whatever it is. He adds another layer of intrigue to this whole thing.
He's like the lone wolf, operating outside the pack, but always ready to answer the call when the world needs saving from a deadly virus. And we can't forget about Ben, the game night vigilante, swooping in at the last minute to save the day.
Oh, yeah, he's like the superhero of Unruly game nights, always ready to jump in, even if it means taking over someone else's game. He didn't quite pull it off this week. But you got to admire his dedication, that willingness to step up when needed.
It's the spirit of camaraderie, of like helping a fellow gamer. That's what makes Unruly's game night so special. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about being part of something bigger, a community of these, you know, passionate and quirky and incredibly competitive people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see. But okay, so it's about all this community and camaraderie, but we can't forget about the elephant in the room, the thing that's looming over it all, Music Bingo.
Oh, right. Music Bingo. The shiny new toy, bright lights, catchy tunes, threatening to steal away all of Unruly's faithful game night attendees. Is it going to be peaceful coexistence? Or is this going to be an all-out war for Tuesday night supremacy?
I think it could be both, honestly. Disruptive A&D unifying, like it might pull some people away from the game table, but it could also bring in a whole new crowd, inject some new energy into the mix.
Maybe it'll lead to some like unexpected crossovers, you know? Like the game night regulars form a Music Bingo team. Or vice versa.
So that's a good point.
Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and what about like the overall atmosphere? Will Music Bingo add like more excitement and energy, or will it just make things more chaotic, less focused?
It's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. It's like Unruly's created this amazing social experiment, and we're all just along for the ride.
And we can't forget, amongst all the speculation about Music Bingo and the rise of Jeff, The mystery of the dice remains unsolved. Is it the slanted floors? Are the dice loaded? Or is there something even weirder going on?
Well, I mean, the evidence seems to point to the slanted floors theory. But there's always that little voice in the back of my head, saying, what if it's something more, something sinister?
I think we all want to believe there's something more going on. Some secret force influencing the dice rolls, some cosmic energy flowing through Unruly. It adds a layer of mystery, a touch of the unknown, that makes these game nights even more captivating.
It's like we're all part of this grand narrative, this epic saga of games and beer and the never-ending quest for victory, or at least a good time. And speaking of good times, we can't overlook the food, the delicious fuel. For these epic game night battles, Doggone Tuesdays, still going strong at Unruly. And this week, Eric's choice of a Reuben dog that really caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's interesting, especially for Eric.
Right.
You know, he's a creature of habit, so for him to stray from his usual, makes you think, is something going on?
Right.
Could this be a strategic move, like brain food, to prepare for the upcoming game night battles?
Maybe. Or maybe he's trying to throw off the competition, make them think he's lost his edge,
Yeah.
Or maybe he just wanted a Reuben. Who knows? But it does make you wonder, is there a connection between food choices and game night performance?
Whoa!
Right.
That's a fascinating idea.
What if? What if there's a secret culinary code to unlock game night success?
Like
Maybe a Reuben dog gives you an advantage in cosmic encounters. But if you want to dominate Machikoro, you got to have a burger.
we need to do a study,
I know.
analyze the winner's food choices, see if there's a pattern.
Exactly. But seriously, it's these little things, the unexpected quirks, that make Unruly game nights so much more than just games. It's like a microcosm of life, a social experiment right in front of us.
It reminds you that even with all the competition, there's this sense of community, a shared experience, coming together over games and beer, and maybe even Reuben dog.
It's about those moments, the triumphs and the defeats, the laughter, the frustration, making alliances, plotting betrayals, all within the friendly walls of Unruly Brewing. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Unruly game nights, we'll leave you with this. Pay attention to the details, the players, the games, the food, even the dice. You never know what you might learn, what stories you might find. And hey, maybe you'll even discover your own inner game night ninja along the way. And now, get ready to rock out to Glam Bam by the AI cyber metal band Glamware off their upcoming LP.
Silver stardust in my hair. I'm a midnight wanderer without a care. There's a glint in my like a hot comet's kiss, and I'm riding these streets I own every inch. Lamb bear, welcome man, I'm the rocker spaceman with a cosmic plan. I got neon in my veins, diamonds in my hands. Lamb bear, you're welcome man. Got my velvet boots and my snakeskin dreams. Shimmering like I'm from a golden sea.